Hey, this is Joe Price. I just wanted to create a short video to show you how to use our hint button and highlight a couple things that are kind of cool about it. So with the hint button, you can see that this hint button has been basically set up to work for a very specific project right here. So you can actually embed it in the URL. If you hit options, you can also choose other projects. So this one's America 250, record attach, easy, tree extending hint. So that's kind of, you can see that all kind of embedded here in the URL. So if I click this button, it's going to pull up a hint. And what I would do is I would do one so you can sign in. And then once you're signed in, um, then you can actually open up more than one. So I'm going to change this to five. Now, here's one thing I want to kind of mention about this is that notice for me, they all opened up. If you don't have five open up all at once, then what you're going to have to do is there'll be a little sign here that says like pop-up blocker. You'll have to click on that little pop-up blocker because the first time you do it, there will since the way those opened up was using a pop-up, you just have to turn off the pop-up blocker, and that's the reason why you don't have a bunch of things popping out at the same time. And then I guess while we're here, just let me show you one other thing. So I tend to open up a bunch at once and I work my way backwards. Okay. And then, at any point, if I don't think it's a match, I can skip it. But this allows me kind of to do my best, kind of looking at each one, spending my time deciding if it's a match. So looking at this one here, and then let me kind of highlight, I guess there's, anyone watching this video probably has their ways of, checking to see if it's a match, but I like to use my 5 point rule. So in this case, Violet and March would be 2 points, Raymond C. Becker, so that's up to 5 points. And then notice we have Philadelphia, and we have Philadelphia right here. And then see how the marriage was 1911, marriage was and born 1913. So this is a really good match. And so then we would attach those people and add the daughter. So this is a great hint. And actually, I'm kind of curious to see if I'm related because this is kind of neat to have added someone born in 1913 to the family tree. So I can come in here and hit view my relationship. And I'm not related, though it has me kind of curious if maybe if I branch these out a little bit more, if I could be related. So this might be something I could work on. And notice actually here, I have her in Find a Grave. So I've got the exact same name, birth date, and so there we just found the death info. And we can see that she's married to someone named Costuma. And so if I go here, then here's some more information about her parents. So one thing I like about these projects is that starting point of Violet or Josephine could give me other options. So here's one last thing I'll include in this video is this little button right here. So let's go to our next source linker. And then usually what I'll do is I'll just close these as I go. So here we have William Frederick, William Fred. We got Brooklyn lining up. We've got the mom lining up, the dad lining up. It looks like this William and this William probably need to be merged, though actually this is really interesting. This record seems to indicate that there is someone named Frederick and someone named William Fred. So we'll have to be careful to make sure that they are preserved as distinct people. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this button and notice that I'm actually automatically now moving things over. So it's kind of probably hard to notice, but I'm not actually touching my mouse right now. Everything you're seeing being done is being done automatically by this Goldie May tool that I have installed. And so let me just at the end kind of show you uh, how to install that. You can see then that I'll be able to spend most of my time working on the hints and less time clicking. So if you type goldiemay.com/B, then you just need to make sure that your bookmarks bar is showing. So if you come here to bookmarks and you could hit hide bookmarks bar, or you could hit show bookmarks bar, you can just drag this right there. And you can also delete it if you want. So I like to use this because then as I work through my hints, I just kind of work my way backwards. And then when I get back to the quick hints button, then I can open up another five. So this one, I could see right away, it's a pretty easy match. You can see Philadelphia, all the names are lining up. So I'll click that. And then another thing that's kind of cool is I can even just pull this away and it'll just keep clicking while I go and think about the next one. This one doesn't have as much information. I mean, basically I have 4 points of contact here. I've got Mary, Stellick, Andrew Dancy. So, I mean, that's pretty strong. I'm kind of curious like how these people even got on the tree. Let's take a look because they're just kind of sitting there without any real other contextual information. Yeah, that's super interesting. So Yeah, it looks like they were added, by Family Search back in 2012, 2014. They haven't had their temple work done because they don't have enough information. So actually, in this case, I'm actually totally fine just using them as the starting point for this hint. It's a pretty unique name combination, and there wasn't really anything happening with that couple before. And now that they have a daughter, it's likely that we might be able to find more about them. Okay, this one here got very unique place, Benton Harbor. So that's great. This looks fantastic. And so then I will just attach or add these two new people. And then I'm going to use my attach button to do the rest. And while that's attaching, I'll just bring it over here. And then here's our last one. We've got Maud, okay, Kansas, San Francisco. Yeah, so this one's definitely, and then we got Massachusetts. Yeah, this is a fantastic one. You can see it's going to add a lot of people to the tree. So I'll just click that. And again, I'll pull that over here. And then normally, then I would just close these out and I'd be ready to hit the button again. And sometimes I use 5, sometimes I use 10. I like using the number of hints because then I can kind of see a whole bunch. I don't have to wait for them to load. And if I need to skip any, it's just pretty easy to just close them. So I just basically work my way backwards. Okay, so I hope that video is super useful. Though we're going to check on one last thing here in this hint. We're going to go change person. Okay, I wonder, I was thinking maybe Alice was um, his wife, but I'll have to go poke and check on that. Hey, so I'm glad to create this little video. Hope it's helpful. And yeah, we're excited to kind of work on this project with you.